Hi! This instructional video is about percents, taking a percent of a given number. Now let me demonstrate number 1, and you could try the numbers 2 and 3 hiding underneath Mr. Incredible. Let me do this 2 different ways. One way to solve a percent of a given number is by using a fraction form of the percent. That is, 80%. The word I like to remember when I try to determine this is percent. It just helps me to remember that there are 100 cents in a dollar. 100 cents in a dollar. So whatever number they give you, 80% in this case, can be written as 80 over 100. Now I could use my base 10 rule and reduce the zeros out of there. And the common factor between 8 and 10 is 2. So that can be reduced as, well, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. And 4/5 is equivalent to 80%. So what I need to do is multiply 4/5, or take 4/5 of the given whole number, 285. If you like, you could put a 1 underneath that 285 to make things more consistent. In this case, before I multiply across, I like to reduce all factors if possible. For example, common factor between 5 and 285 is, of course, 5. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 28 5 times. That leaves you with 35, which goes in 7 times. So now, the denominators are just 1. So the numerator is 4 times 57. Well, 4 times 7 is 28. Carry the 2. And 4 times 5 is 20. With the 2 carried over is 22. So 228 is in fact 80% of a given 285. Another way to do it is take that percent 80% and actually change it into a decimal. You know that if there's no decimal, it means there's 1 always at the end of that whole number given 80. And all you need to do is make sure that you move it away from the percent 2 spaces to make it into a decimal. So that becomes 0.8. And so you just simply take 0.8, multiply it to 285. So here's 285 and times 0.8. Do the multiplication. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 and 8 is 64, plus the 4 is 68. Carry the 6. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 6 is 22. And since there's 1 decimal place here, I got to move it 1 decimal place here. And final answer becomes 228. So either way, you get the same answer, but I would like you to try it both ways, because some teachers might require it one or the other. So now, why don't you try numbers 2 and 3? Okay? Go get them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's one thing that you could keep in mind for your future reference. Anytime you see a fraction 1/3, if you were to convert that into a decimal number, you know the top number goes inside a quotient. I always tell the kids, top number goes inside. See? So does 3 go into 0? No. So you put a 0 and a decimal on top. Does 3 go into 10 without going over? 3 times. And you'll see right away that's a number that keeps on repeating. So we could just round it up to a whole number. Instead of saying 33.33%, we could just say, we could just convert that into 33 over 100. Since we cannot reduce this one like we did over here, we're going to take this fraction now, multiply it to 180. We're basically taking 33 and 100th of a 180 whole number. Now, there's one thing you can do to reduce this. Let's reduce the zeros out of there. And what's the common factor between 10 and 18? Well, it's 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 2 goes into 18 9 times. And you just multiply across, and whatever you multiply, you divide it by the denominator 5. So in this case, 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 9 is 27, plus a 2 is 29. Divide that by 5, and that should give you the actual number, which is 33 and 1/3% of 180, which is 297 5 goes into 297. Remember, top number goes inside. 5 goes into 29 without going over 5 times. 5 goes into 47 without going over 9 times. And some leftover stuff. So we could say approximately 59. So that's one way to do it. Of course, the other way was, you were supposed to take that, 33, and we said it was going to be like 33 over 100. We could just round it up to 33%, and then we could just go 1, 2 to the left. See, if you kept that 33 over here, it would just be 0.3333. We could just round it up to the nearest 100th. So what you're in fact having to do is here, 0.33 times 285. I'm sorry, took a wrong number. I'm getting old. Times 297. In fact, let's do it this way. So it is 297 times 0.33. There we go. There's something you're more familiar with. So it's going to be a duplicate. So 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 9 is 27, plus a 2 is 29. And 2 times 3 is 6, plus a 2 is 8. And since we're multiplying the same 3 again, this also is going to be... Okay. Like I said, look what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm multiplying into 297. I got confused by over here. What you're in fact supposed to do is multiply it to 180. Hello? You're really getting old. So, try that again. 180 times 0.33, or 0.33, I'm sorry. So 0, 24, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus a 2 is 5. Same number, so it's 540. Add it down, 0, 4, 9, 5. 2 decimal places. So 59.40, or approximately... Whoa, you can't see that, huh? Here, let me raise that up. There. Raise that up a little bit. There we go. By the way, today is Friday the 13th. Today is September 13, 2013. It's Friday. That's it. There it is. There's my reason. So approximately 59 is the answer, just like before. All right. Whew. And then finally, I wanted to do more, but we're not going to have much time. Here we go. Did you try that one? Okay, so did you try number 3? Okay, if we use the fraction form, whatever they give you, you're going to make that over 100. So in this case, 0.5 over 100. And you're going to multiply that with 7D. And we're going to simplify by using the base 10 rules. 0 and 0 can be simplified off. So you're going to multiply across and then divide it by 10, whatever you get. So in this case, well, half of 7 is in fact 3.5. 3.5. And divide that by 10. The top number goes inside the quotient. So since there's a decimal already here, you're going to carry that upstairs. And you go, how many times does 10 go into 35? Well, 3 times. And then bring down the invisible 0. 10 goes into 50 5 times. So the answer is actually 0.35. Now that's using the fraction form. Well, what would happen if you tried the decimal form? Well, 0.5%, if I make the into its decimal, it'll be, well, to the left, 1, 2. So that becomes 0.005. And 0.005 times 70, I get 0, 0, 0. 5 times 7 is 5. Carry the 3 over, and a 0. Add it down. I get 0.530. Decimal places, 1, 2, 3. So there it is. You still get the same answer of 0.35. So make sure you know how to do it both using the decimal format, changing the percent into a decimal and then multiplying it to the given number, or by using the fraction form. Whatever number they give you, in this case 0.5, you write 0.5 over 100. If they give you 33.33%, you might want to round it up to just 33 over 100. But it's always over 100. We're talking about percent as the way I remember it, okay? All right, good luck.